What's up guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video we are doing a speed build for a florist and their family, and I actually have a little feature in this build. But before I get too deep into this build, I would like to take a second to invite you guys to like this video if you find it enjoyable in any way, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys that takes the time to watch my videos and also interact with me down in the comments below. You guys truly are awesome. I actually built this house before the new expansion pack came out, but it really was heavily inspired by the new pack. And so this house actually has a greenhouse in the back, like a fully functional greenhouse in the backyard, full of planter boxes that you can put flowers in or vegetables and fruits, but I was thinking flowers since this is a florist's house and the whole family actually really loves to garden. Like, it's like a family project. The kids, the dad, the mom, they all love to garden. Well, I guess maybe the kids don't quite know what it is yet because they are only like babies. There's no actual children in here. There's one infant and then there's one newborn. So the kids don't really know much about gardening yet. I guess the infant, I was kind of thinking their first word was flower. And so they are like getting raised by the garden and their parents are like huge florists. And so it's only natural for the babies to end up loving it as well. That's at least what I was thinking when I was building this. And I'm actually using the new base game windows that came out like about a month or so ago. And I really love these windows. They look really realistic to me, and when you're on the inside, you can see out of the window so clearly. Like, it's so crisp. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like really open. Like, I really like these windows a lot. I really see myself using them a lot more. But yeah, like I was saying, this build was actually done before the new expansion pack came out. I just really was looking forward to the new expansion pack, and so I really wanted to build a house that kind of represented it in a way. I mean, I obviously failed at posting this before the new pack came out, but I am posting it now, and it kind of works with the new pack because in the greenhouse I actually have it to where there's like shelves with different bouquets of flowers on there, and it kind of looks like you can run the business out of this house. And so all you would need to do at this point is get like the little open and close sign, or you could get that little iPad to run your business off of, and then you could set that greenhouse for like the public space. That's where people go shopping at. They could go choose their flowers, and then the inside's obviously just your house. I feel like that would work perfectly, to be honest. And honestly, I had that in mind as I was building this before the pack came out, but I wasn't too sure how it was going to work since I didn't have my hands on the new pack yet. And I'm really not one to watch a whole bunch of videos on a new pack because I feel like it kind of spoils it. Although I feel like there's a lot of features that I'm missing in this new pack. Like, I've built a couple things with it and I'm like, okay, I really need to think out of the box on more businesses, and I do have more businesses in my mind, but actually executing it in the game and building it is a different story. Like, I'm so good at picturing things and like being like, all right, I'm gonna build, I know what to build and it's gonna be so good, and then like I go do it and I'm like, oh, this doesn't really look how I imagined it in my mind. And so yeah, more business builds will be coming. I just figured it'd be a nice change of pace to do something a little bit different, not like the typical businesses I've been posting and like how everybody else is posting basically. It's just mainly focused on the business, but I really like the idea of their main house is like just their regular house, right? But in the backyard they have a small florist business. Like, that sounds really fun to me. And completely different than how businesses typically are downstairs and we've been making upstairs apartments. At least that's what I've been doing in a lot of videos I've seen come across like my YouTube feed. it's it's mainly videos like that. Like, I don't see many where it's like a regular house with, like, let's say in this instance, a greenhouse in the back and that's their business. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different. And honestly, this house turned out super, super cute too. Obviously, I was inspired by spring too. And when is the first day of spring? I feel like it's like coming like any day now, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait for spring, cannot wait for summer. I just love like the summer vibe and stuff. And this is so spring. Like, there's yellow flowers everywhere, there's white flowers, and I really enjoy the way that I actually position the flowers this time. I am using hydrangeas, and then I'm using like those yellow like hedgerow bush flowers. I don't really remember the name of those. And then I usually use like the hedgerow bushes, like the normal kind. Those are like my favorite bushes in the game, but they didn't quite fit for what I wanted them for. And I found these in Debug, and I believe that they're from the Get Together pack in Debug, and I didn't even realize these existed, to be honest. Like, I think these are so cute, and they go around the house so perfectly. And then other than that, I am also using the fern like bushes, just the ferns, you know, like with the spiky leaves coming out. Yeah, I feel like that combination is such a good combination. I also really enjoyed the layout of the landscaping. Like, the way I positioned it is very different than I usually do. Like, I don't ever put the yellow like row flowers in a row in the front of the build like this, like how they're around the white fencing, and then with the white hydrangeas kind of outlining them. Like, I've never done that, but I think it looks so cute. And then of course there's this little section going into the backyard. I love adding like a side yard where it's the part where people, or the Sims, they go from front to back, like the side yard. I felt like I needed to explain it to you guys. I don't know why. I just love adding side yards because I think it's so cute. It's such a cute little space, especially if you really fill it up with flowers like I did. It's so fun watching your Sims go from front to back in that little area. And it's just like real life. Like, I really enjoy that area in real life too. Like, you can really make it look cute. Now, my house, it's really not that. It's just a side house. Like, I don't have it all decorated like that. We're probably about to move, so there's really no point now. I'll just wait till I move to a new house. But yeah, I just really think side yards are like super cute. I don't know why. I didn't grow up with my grandma, but I grew up going to my grandma's house all the time, and she always had such a pretty yard. Like, they focused on their garden big time. Her and my grandfather did. And they always had such a nice like side yard. And they always had flowers up around it and like pathways going from the front to the back. And so that's probably why I really enjoy it now. Because I'm remembering back in my childhood, just, you know, being in my grandma's garden and looking at all of her flowers. That was really fun. That's probably why I enjoy spring and summer and gardening now. My dad's also a gardener, so I guess we're just a family of gardeners. I don't know. I am not very good at it though. I really can only grow tomatoes, and then I got like one bell pepper off of a plant a couple years ago, and then my dog like played with it like a ball, and so I couldn't even eat it. And I was like, oh god, all that work for one bell pepper, and I can't even eat my bell pepper. Yeah, that was sad. That's kind of how it is when you have animals though. And then I also got like a couple flowers, and that was about it. But I do want to start my garden again. I only did it like 1 year, so I can't give up on it yet. But yeah, I don't know, it takes a lot of work, let's just put it that way. But it is fun and it's very rewarding, and it's always nice to go outside in the sun and get like sun rays and stuff. Like vitamin C, I think, is what you get from the sun. Like, so important. I can tell a difference if I stay inside too long compared to if I'm outside at least once daily. That sounds bad. It's like, okay, girl, do you not go outside ever? I do, but there's some days I don't. I mean, is that not normal? Gosh, probably not. So don't be like me, make sure you're going outside and getting that vitamin C. It really is very important, and you can tell a difference in your whole mentality if you don't get sun, trust me. But I am pretty much laying out the backyard exactly how I want it. Here in just a moment we'll probably go inside, but I'm doing a good job on finishing the outside before I go inside. You guys, if you're a returning viewer, you know how bad I am about, going from the inside to the outside, back to the inside, back to the outside, and I'm kind of all over the place, so trying to get better with that. And I did get better with this speed build, so that's good. Right now I'm adding lights all around this house, and this house turned out so cute at night too, because these lights light up and it's so pretty out here. Not only is there these fairy lights that I have around the fencing, but I also have that tree from movie hangout stuff that has the lanterns on there. And so those two together just created such a pretty area. And I actually really enjoyed the way that I put some of the fairy lights in front of the tree. I've never done that. I only did it because it didn't fit correctly, and so I had to kind of move it around to get the fairy lights to actually meet with each other, and so I had to put part of it in front of the tree, and it just turned out so cute. And I think there's a part in this build where I actually turn it to nighttime so that we could see what it looks like. I'm not 100% sure. If not, just trust me, it's cute out there. Like, I really want a cute pool area in real life with fairy lights everywhere. I think that is so cute and such a good area to have like parties and stuff. I can just picture like these Sims always having their family over or friends and just hanging out by the pool, having a little pool party, and kind of like a 4th of July sort of thing. And not even just that, like any party. Here in Florida, heck, I would have Christmas by the pool. Honestly, if I had a pool, I would. And if it was hot, like it always is, then yeah, just hanging out by the pool. And then if it's a heated pool, perfect. And one other thing about the pool, I actually added a diving board on there, which is super fun because I don't ever do that. I just don't like the way the diving boards look here in The Sims. I feel like they look weird. It's really just a ladder. Like, it looks like a above ground pool ladder, doesn't it? And it just doesn't look like a diving board to me, and so I never use it. But this just looks like such a fun house for a family that, I don't know, I kind of wanted to use it this time. And the way that I have it shaped with the ladder getting out of the pool and then the diving board, it kind of just makes sense. And so yeah, I plopped it down and I actually kept it. But we are inside working on the floor plan now, and this actually ends up being a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and I am usually one to make sure there's 2 bathrooms in a house because I always like the master bedroom to have its own bathroom. But I thought it was kind of realistic to only have 1 bathroom and everyone in the house shares that 1 bathroom. Like, that's how it was in my house growing up. And then my grandma's house also only has 1 bathroom. Like, I didn't know anyone growing up that had 2 bathrooms. Which, I don't know what that says about me, but yeah, it's true. And so I just feel like it's more realistic to have just that 1 bathroom. And with the floor plan, it kind of worked out that way. I almost made that middle bedroom its own bathroom, but 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, I feel like doesn't make as much sense as 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. But if you don't want that extra bedroom, you could totally make it into a bathroom. I feel like that's kind of a waste of a room though. Like, if you don't want an extra bedroom, I would totally make it an office. Like, that makes more sense to me. But anyways, we are over into the kitchen, and this kitchen actually turned out like super cute. I love these cabinets. I'm sure you guys know these cabinets by now because they are the new ones that came out in the new base game update about a month ago when these new windows came out. And these new counters, oh my gosh, I'm going to be using them all the time. I'm probably going to make you guys sick and tired of these counters. They're the best ones in the game. It doesn't matter if you have all the packs or not. Like, these counters are it. I love the swatches. I really like that like medium brown swatch, but I can't use it in every build, right? So I had to switch it up a little bit. I almost used the yellow swatch, but I don't know, it was a little bit too much for me, so I had to switch it over to this light wood swatch. I felt like that, I don't know, it just made it look better to me. Don't get me wrong, I think the yellow swatch is really pretty, the green swatch is really pretty. I've used the green quite often too, so I didn't want to do that here. I wanted to be different. But the yellow was a little bit too much for this build. It has its time and place, but this build was not the time and place for it. And I am looking forward to be able to use the yellow swatch because it is very vibrant and pretty, but yeah, just not in this build. I pretty much have the light wood swatch, white, and then green, and some pale yellow here and there. That's pretty much the colors for this kitchen, and I think it turned out super cute. Some of these kitchen decorations are from the Country Kitchen Kit, and so this obviously is not a limited pack build. I did use quite a bit of packs, but I don't know, it's always fun. And yeah, excuse my dog, he just sneezed in the background. Bless you, Bubba. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's so fun to just go all out in builds and use any packs that I want. I know it kind of sucks for you guys who download them, so that's why I do a mixture of both base game, limited pack builds, and all packs, you know, because I know there's other people out there like me that has every single pack because they are a Sims stan. Like, they will buy a pack no matter what. But correction, I don't own every pack. There is one kit I do not own, and that is like the Castle Estate kit or whatever that one's called. Honestly, I don't know why I refuse to buy that pack. Like, I absolutely refuse to buy that pack. I'm just really not into castles and fairy tales and stuff like that unless it's like a nursery for like my kid. That's about it. I'm just not one that is really into fantasy things like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Dragon Age, stuff like that. I'm really not into. Now, I am into certain fantasy things. I mean, Sims is fantasy technically. It's not real life. And I do really enjoy games like Cyberpunk. That's like my second favorite all-time game. I absolutely love the storyline in that game. And then I like GTA. You know, I like those types of fantasy games. I know they're not technically considered fantasy, right? Unless I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm just not into like the Harry Potter sort of theme. Now, on a side note, I do really like the Harry Potter section in Universal Studios, but that's a whole different thing. I just really like theme parks, so it doesn't matter what the theme is, I'm gonna have fun. But yeah, you guys know where I'm coming from with that, so that is pretty much why I refuse to buy that castle kit. I will never use it. Actually, if you made it this far in the video, then comment down below what your least favorite pack is that you absolutely refuse to buy. Like, I'm very genuinely curious what y'all's opinion is on that. But as far as our build goes, we have finished the kitchen. I do not believe I make any more adjustments in there. I think it turned out super cute. I ended up putting like some picture frames and a bouquet of flowers there on like, it's like a kitchen, not nook, but a kitchen hutch. That is the word I'm looking for. So there's a kitchen hutch there that is from Seasons, and I thought it matched really well in that kitchen. And it has like plates and glasses and other kitchen supplies, like decoration kitchen supplies, and I thought it fit perfectly in there, and I absolutely never use it. Like, I forgot it even existed, to be honest. It's not in the hutch category, so yeah, it's kind of easy to forget, but I came across it and so really wanted to use it. And those picture frames there, I kind of thought that that's the infant and then that's the newborn. Like, it's kind of perfect. And then, yeah, I think the kitchen just turned out cute. You will notice in this build, since this is a florist's home, there are flowers everywhere. And so that was kind of a goal of mine, is to just put flowers everywhere. It makes sense. Something else that I have done ever since the Life and Death expansion pack came out is add that picture frame where you can put a deceased Sims picture in there. And I just kind of figured that's one of their family members that they absolutely love. Now, there is no picture in there to start the game out, so you guys will have to add a picture in there, but I thought it was a super cute touch, it being there on the dining room hutch, and that hutch is from Cats and Dogs, by the way. I love that one. That one I use all the time, because it's easy to find. I do have to size it down most of the time, however, because it's originally very, very large. Like, you can almost only use it when you use like the double tall wall height. you know? But yeah, so I size it down when I do use the shortest wall height, which I always use the shortest one. It's easier to make builds look better with the shortest one. So yeah, there's a little bit of a hack, if you can even call it a hack. It's just, it's just something I do, is size down that hutch, and then you can use it on single wall height. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, so we are over into the living room now, and like I said, there is an infant that lives here, and so I really wanted to put that like little grabby mat down for the infant to use while they're in the living room with like the parents and stuff. It's also just really useful to put infants in there, and then they stay in there and they're not scooting around the whole house. So I'd love to make sure I put the grabby mats in there. And it's super playable too. I mean, they have to learn to grab somehow, and I don't know, I feel like the only way to do that is to put them on the mat. I probably am wrong, but that is the easiest way at least. But on another note, this living room altogether I think is super cute. I know I say everything is super cute, but honestly it is. I really enjoy the way that this house looks and how inspired by spring it is. Like, I just absolutely love spring. And by the way, I did look up when spring was going to start, and it's going to start next week. So that's awesome. It's sooner than I thought, which I kind of was thinking is at the end of March, but honestly, I can't even fathom how it's mid-March already, guys. Like, this year is absolutely zooming by, and I am starting to get nervous. Like, my fiance and I, we are getting married in May, and it's coming faster than I anticipated. It's coming faster than I anticipated. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm getting a little nervous now. Not nervous to marry him. I mean, we've been together almost 10 years. So, I mean, I know I love him. But just like getting all the bits and pieces together for the wedding is very kind of stressful. I am doing it out of the country. We are having a destination wedding with just like a few of our relatives. And it's still kind of stressful though. I mean, I just want it to go good. Like, I actually had a nightmare last night that I missed my wedding. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Tell me down below, guys, if you have been married already, were you stressed out like I am? Did you have nightmares that you missed your own wedding, or that you just forgot to plan decorations for your wedding? Like, I don't know, I'm having these dreams and it's just, I need to calm down. Like, it's not that serious. At the end of the day, we're still going to get married and we love each other very much, so it shouldn't be stressful. But yeah, it is. But anyways, we are finished with the living room now. It's very garden themed. Like, I have like pictures on the wall with leaves in there, and those are from Tiny Living Stuff, by the way, and I love those picture frames. I love the leaves, and then there's also like a combination that has cupcakes, and I think that's super cute to add in either a nursery or a child's room, and it's just super cute. And then I also kind of did like, I wanted it to look a little realistic in there, right? So I put magazines down on the coffee table, and then I put a plant on top of the magazines, and I put a TV remote as well as a candle, and I just think it gave it such a realistic touch. And ever since we got burglars in the game now, I have been adding the burglar alarm, and I don't know, that just makes me so happy. It makes my Sims 2 loving heart very happy. Let's put it that way. It reminds me of The Sims 2 so much, and I actually played it for a little bit, just long enough to have my Sim burglarized. Just to see the burglar, okay? And it was kind of everything that I wanted. I guess it's safe to say that I'm very easily entertained. I don't know how you guys feel about the burglar, but I feel like they did a good job. I mean, only thing I would have changed is the fact that when the cops come, they literally just appear out of a rabbit hole. And it's like, really, guys? I was really hoping that there was going to be a cop car, which I guess that's too much to ask for because we don't even have regular cars in the game. So really, why was I expecting that? I don't know, but I kind of was, and so I was a little bit disappointed about it. But at the end of the day, the main feature was burglar, and so yeah, I was really happy with the burglars. And they stole my whole shower, by the way, guys. Like, they have no limits on what they steal. They will steal a shower. Like, they will unhook it out of the wall and steal it. put it in their bag and walk away. But my sim beat the burglar up and got their stuff back, so it was fine at the end of the day. But yeah, I really enjoy the new burglar feature, and I bet it's super fun to play when you're running a business. Like, I haven't tried that out yet, but that seems super fun, especially like if you give your house the heist lot trait. That'd be pretty fun, probably. And I also haven't tried out having your own sim going on a heist. Like, isn't that a feature as well, as to have your own sim going on a heist? Like, that's pretty interesting. I really need to just take a second to play, but I'm too busy building. Like, that's my favorite part, is to build. So yeah, I do need to take some time to play the actual game. But anyways, we are over into the master bedroom now. We already did the bathroom. It came together very quickly. We also got the dining room done already. As you can tell, green is a common color in this build. Like, I don't know, just, it's a florist's house, so they're going to love green and pops of color. And so that's really what I wanted to mimic in this house. And also, I just really love green in The Sims. I don't know, it's just like really pretty. And so yeah, the bathroom, there is only a bathtub in there. I was not able to fit a bathtub shower combo. I would have just done a shower because, I don't know, I just feel like it's faster for your Sims to take showers instead of baths. But there are infants, and then there's, you know, the newborn, which will be an infant any day. And so having a bathtub is very, very important. And so I had to choose one or the other, and had to be the bathtub. But I did choose a higher end bathtub that had a better hygiene, and so it shouldn't take too long to bathe your Sims in there. Hopefully, that was the goal anyways. As far as this master bedroom goes, it's it's basic, okay? There's nothing special about it, but I do really enjoy the color scheme, and I also really enjoy that bed swatch. Like, it has like leaves and stuff on there. It's perfect for a florist's bedroom. And then I also put some hanging plants up on the wall, and I thought that was like super cute. And I also put up that picture frame in the hallway. It was one of the new ones out of the new base game update, and I said in my last video how one of the swatches has a sim that has no arms, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, pull it out and look, and you'll see there is a sim with no arms. I don't know what that is. I don't know if they're wearing like a green shirt up against like a green background or what, but it's so weird. I do really like that one because it has an infant laying in like a field of yellow flowers, and how cute is that? And so it has like a weird part, but then it also has like a super cute part. So yeah, I don't know. I'm tossed up on when or if I should even use it, but I always end up using it just because of the infant. Especially in this build, it made sense to have it in this build since, you know, I said it already a few times, it's a florist's house, and so just flowers, you know? If there's a swatch with flowers, I'm going to use it in this build. But yeah, we are over into the infant's room now, and I almost made this green themed, but I don't know, I decided to change the color swatch to like a blue and yellow just to, I don't know, liven it up a little bit. And I absolutely love this Pleasant View wallpaper. Like, it's awesome. It's a shout out to Sims 2, so why wouldn't I love it? But it's just kind of dreary. Like, I don't know why they didn't add like a more colorful swatch. It's just really black and white, and then like really light. It's a sad looking green. I don't know, like the colors are sad looking, so I don't know when I would ever use it. I wish they would have added one with like blue skies and vibrant green grass, and like the houses are colored. Like, why wouldn't they add that? Why would they do just black and white and dreary? I don't know. But I do really want to use it one time, since it is, you know, a shout out to Sims 2. Oh, those are the cupcake pictures I was talking about, guys. I did end up putting it in the infant's room. And of course I had to pull out the little wall hanging phone that we got in the recent quest. It is not functional, unfortunately, but it is super cute, and it's perfect for kitchens. It gives it like an old school vibe, and this whole house, like the outside of it, it looks kind of old school. Like, it looks like an older house that has been recently remodeled. And so yeah, and we are over into the infant's room, or not the infant, but the newborn baby's room, and it's very, very pink in here. So obviously I was thinking this is for a baby girl, and she has rose vine wallpaper all throughout this room, and I think it's so pretty. I've never used that wallpaper before, and it also has like birds on it and stuff. Like it's super pretty. And then I pulled out some pictures. I think it's from the kids room stuff. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but it has like a swatch with pink roses, and I thought it was perfect, and so I ended up using it. And yeah, the bassinet is from the Storybook Nursery Kit. It is the best bassinet in the game. I think it's super, super cute, and I just love the pink swatch. I love that whole nursery. Honestly, all the rooms, the whole house just came out good. I really like the whole house. But we are now over into the greenhouse, and this is fully functional. Like, I used real like walls and a roof and everything, and I made it fully glass, and I did use the Greenhouse Haven kit. So without that kit, this greenhouse will be basically almost nothing, but you'll have some stuff like this flower arranging bench you'll have. And I have shelves over this table. This table I kind of thought was where they plant their seeds and stuff and their starters. And then the shelves, that is where they put their like bouquets of flowers for people to choose from and buy. And yeah, I mean, I really wanted this greenhouse to look pretty realistic, and so I have tons of like starters over here, and a different combination of starters. Like, there's some that are like little seedlings, and then there's some that are just about ready to be transplanted. And then below that I put some gardening pots and of course some soil, because you know it's not gardening if you don't have soil. And then I have like watering jugs, watering tins, whatever you call those. And yeah, I just really wanted it to look really full in here, and I did a pretty good job. There's a lot of vertical gardening pots, vertical gardening things, okay? I don't know exactly what they're called. And then I put some lights above the vertical garden pots, and it turned out perfect. And then it's nice and lit up at the same time at night and during the day, so they always have constant light. Of course, in real life, that probably isn't always a good thing, but in The Sims, light doesn't really matter when it comes to plants, luckily. And then I also have some of the hydroponic gardening pots, not pots, but like, you know, the 4-piece pot. It has I think it's just called planters, the hydroponic planters. And so you don't even have to water those. You'll only have to water the vertical ones. My words are not wording anymore, guys. It is Friday afternoon, and so yeah, I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt. It's Friday, and that's why my words are not coming out. Please forgive me. But anyways, yeah, we are pretty much done with the greenhouse. I am going to adjust the outside look of it a little bit. I had just a regular roof on there with like all 4 sides were glass, but I don't know, it looked a little not detailed enough, and so I have never used the like roof trim on the Greenhouse Haven kit yet, and so this was the perfect opportunity for me to use it, and I think it made the greenhouse look so much better. I love that little like roof trim detail that it has. And yeah, I mean, the whole greenhouse came out pretty good. I also put a cow plant hanging, like a hanging cow plant thing in there, and I absolutely love that. Of course, it came with the Comfy Gamer kit, and it's like one of the best plants in the game. One of the best decorations in the game now. Like, I think it's super cute. I want one in real life, honestly. I wonder if I could find one on Etsy. If you guys don't know Etsy, definitely check it out, especially for like Sims decor and stuff, because it's just like everyday normal people, and they have like a small business, almost like a home business, you know, and they make like Sims inspired stuff, and most of the time it's like super, super cute. So definitely go on Etsy. and check out just like homemade Sims things. Like, you will not regret it, and most of the time it's cheaper than the stuff you'll find on the Sims website too, so that's always a plus. But on another note, we are finishing up the backyard, and of course I want it to be filled with flowers, and I thought there wasn't enough color in like the garden area with just the white hydrangeas and the green everywhere. Now that is very, very pretty, don't get me wrong, but I really wanted to add a little bit more color other than the yellow hedgerow bushes. And so I got like these yellow, circular yellow flowers. I don't know what they're called, but I added them in between the white hydrangeas, and it added a really nice pop of color. Like, it turned out so much better when I added that yellow in there, and it also just makes it look so much more like spring-like. And I'm also adding other flower pots all around the backyard. It's a florist's dream yard, guys. Like, I definitely took the florist idea and I ran with it. Like, I have flowers absolutely everywhere in this build, and if you run out of flower boxes, you can plant straight into the ground too. I'm sure most of you guys know that, but if you did not, now you do. You can in fact plant things straight into the ground, and I did want to add some like fruit trees and stuff, but I did not get to that, so that is something that you guys totally could do if you download this off of the gallery, which, if you're watching this, it is now available on the gallery, so go over and download it. If you're interested, you will not regret it. It's so fun to play in. I did play test it and it works perfectly. And it's like perfect for spring. The fact that spring is next week, it's like, it's just perfect. And I really wanted to add that honeybee like house, but I couldn't find a good place for it, so I had to do away with that idea, unfortunately. And I'm adding some like yellow pool chairs, perfect for getting your Sims a tan. And then there's colorful like pool floaties. I love those pool floaties. It just livens up a build so much. And I almost put a grabby mat outside too, but it's kind of sunny out there. I feel like that's not good for the infant. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the build. We are almost to the end of it now, actually. I mean, this really just flew by, guys. I'm just really adding some last minute details to it. On the front porch, I ended up adding a bench, which I usually just add regular chairs out there with like a side table, or I'll do rocking chairs, but I wanted to switch it up, and I came across these benches. I believe they're from Jungle Adventure, but it has like brown and yellow pillows on there, and I thought it just was perfect there. And it fit perfectly, it looked perfect, and so I ended up leaving it. And of course, no build is complete without a front doormat. And I am using the new one from one of the, I think it's the Holiday Quest is where we got that one from. And I so love it so much. It's so cute and realistic. And yeah, I mean, this is the build, guys. One other note on the terrain paint is that I used some like stone flooring that has gravel in between, and so on the outside of that I really wanted to add some gravel, like it's coming out in between the pavement, and I just love that detail. I think it's so pretty. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. I will leave you guys to enjoy the rest of the speed build. There's only a few minutes left, and it's pretty much just me doing terrain paint finishes. Oh, and I did add a chicken coop in this build, guys. I thought that was kind of good for like spring, and really honestly, if you garden and you have chickens, it kind of goes hand in hand because the chickens can eat the bad bugs, you know? Hopefully they don't eat the good bugs, but they will at least eat the bad bugs. But on that note, I will leave you guys to enjoy the rest of this video on your own. Before I go, I would like to remind you guys to like this video if you made it this far. Honestly, if you made it this far, I do feel like you probably enjoyed it, so definitely leave a like. It definitely helps my channel out, and I appreciate it so much. And subscribe if you have not already. I hope you all have an amazing day and weekend, and I will see you all in the next one very soon. Bye, guys!